Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Tuesday, 12th of September 2023. The United Nations Day for the South-South Cooperation is annually observed on September 12th. The United Nations Day for South-South Cooperation celebrates economic, social, and political developments in many developing countries. Highlight this point. 12th of September marks Grandparents' Day also as an important day in September in India. 14th of September in 1949, the Constituent Assembly of India adopted Hindi as the nation's official language on this day. To commemorate the occasion, we celebrate 14th of September as Hindi Divas. Starting the newspaper analyst with the newspaper The Hindu states that Mamata shuffles cabinet bubble shunted out of tourism department. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is reshuffled the status council of ministers. The Hindu newspaper also states that several hill villages in Manipur wrongly included in Valley District ST panel. An aerial view of Imphal Valley in Manipur. The Hindu newspaper also states that New Delhi a declaration reaffirms G20 is a body for economic issue, not geopolitics. China. Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcomes Chinese Premier Li Qiang upon his arrival at the Bharat Mandapam for the G20 summit in New Delhi. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that Central plans to open TRAI chairperson's post to private sector. The current TRAI chairperson PD Waghela is a Gujarat cadre, 1986 batch IAS officer, and was the earlier secretary department of the pharmaceuticals. His predecessor RF Sharma, a Jharkhand cadre, 1978 batch IAS officer, was the IT secretary from 2014 to 2015. According to the changes being considered under the upcoming telecommunications bill, the amendment could specify that the regulator's chairperson can be from the private sector. Indian Express also states that journalists are arrested in Bengal. BJP Congress allege a gag on press freedom. The opposition, however, linked the arrest to Bagchi. Is recent articles highlighting huge traders operating from a Sanjol residential area in Kharagpur municipality, which was won by the TMC in last year's civic body elections. Condemning the arrest of a journalist in the West Bengal's Kharagpur, the opposition has accused the ruling Trinamool Congress government of trying to stifle his voice for his reports on huge menace in the area. Deb Malia Bakshi, 33, a correspondent with the Anand Bazar Patrika in Pachim Medinpur district, was arrested on September 6 on charges of assaulting a Dalit woman neighbor. Indian Express also states that after 1 year pause, top science prizes announced TB to astrophysics. The Bharatnagar prizes have traditionally been announced every year on September 26, the Foundation Day of Council for Scientific and Industrial Research (CSIR), the organization that gives away these awards. After being held back for a year, the country's top annual science prize, the Shanti Swarp Bhatnagar Awards, that have celebrated and nurtured the best science talent under 45 were announced on Monday. The awards for 2022 were declared at an unrelated low-key event in the New Delhi, acknowledging the work of 12 scientists. Indian Express also states that private school principal in Goa suspended for taking students to a mosque for workshop. The state education department has sought an explanation from the school management. Education director Salish Zingthi said the department has sought an explanation from the school management and the response is awaited. The principal has been suspended since it has been brought to our knowledge. And sometimes also states that how India is ramping up border infra to boost military readiness. As things stand, China has an edge over India in border infrastructure, but the country is on the fastest way to bridge the gaps of BRO, official border road organizations. India's infrastructure push along its farthest frontiers, a firm and focused response to China's thrust on developing its border areas, is set to get a boost with the new roads, bridges, tunnels, airfields, and the helipads. The latest in the raft of projects worth thousands of crores that have supported the military's pursuit of robust deterrence against the neighbor with whom the country has been locked in a standoff in eastern Ladakh for more than 3 years, Border Road Organization officials aware of the matter said on Monday. New Times also states that a Morocco earthquake toll passes 2,800. Hope remains for survivors. Villagers wept for lost relatives in the rubble of their homes on Monday as the death toll from Morocco's deadliest earthquake is more than 6 decades rose to more than 2,800, and rescuers raced against the time to find survivors. Sometimes also states that Nipah alert sounded in Kerala after 2 unnatural deaths. All you need to know. Deaths due to Nipah virus infection were reported in Kozhikode district in 2018 and 2021. The Kerala Health Department on Monday night sounded a health alert in Kozhikode after 2 people who died due to the unnatural deaths in the district were suspected to have been infected with the Nipah virus. According to the Health Minister Veena George, the relatives of one of the deceased are also admitted to the intensive care unit (ICU), reported news agency. Going towards the economy of the country, Nifty 50 scales 20,000 mark backed by broad-based buying slips lower end of the Nifty hits its all-time high of 20,008.15, a gain of 188.2 points or 0.94% in the day trading. SpiceJet to pay $1.5 million to credit Suzy after court order. Even after agreeing on a settlement plan, the dues were not paid, and in March, Credit Suisse approached the Supreme Court seeking to initiate contempt proceedings against SpiceJet and Mr. Singh over a willful and intentional disobedience of court orders and failure to pay dues of $4.5 million. India offering to explore direct listing of its businesses on the London Stock Exchange, United Kingdom. Chancellor of the Exchequer, Jeremy Hunt, says. Going over the world news, including bulletproof, slow, and full of wine, Kim Jong-un's mystery train, free as quake, helps finally arrives in the Morocco. How many hours has it been? United States researcher who went in to a map a deep Turkish cave rescued over a week after he fell ill. Bangladesh inks deal with the France by 10 Airbus aircraft satellite technology procurement. Libyan Prime Minister says 2,000 people believed dead in flooding in eastern Libya following storm. Saudi Arabia considered opening its sovereign wealth fund office in India. Going towards the science and technology, Ian Wilmot, a British scientist who led the team, the cloned Dolly the sheep, dies at age of 79. File photo of Scottish scientist Ian Wilmot. After years' delay, CSIR Bhatnagar Awards for 2022 announced CSIR National Geophysical Research Institute NGRI ongoing 1 week 1 lab program in Hyderabad on Friday, September 8, 2023. How microbiomes and the smells they produce help shape behavior in bugs, birds, beasts, and humans. Microbes are an integral part of the most, if not all, multicellular organisms. In fact, these organisms are the way that they are because of the tiny partners they house within and on them. From western disturbances to El Nino, climate change is affecting India's food security. People working on a farm in Odisha, October 5, 2021. At last, there's a famous quotation said by Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, whose birth anniversary is 14 April 1891 up to 6 December 1956, was an Indian jurist, economist, social reformer, and a political leader who headed the committee of drafting the Constitution of India from the Constituent Assembly debates, served as the Law and Justice Minister in the first cabinet of Jawaharlal Nehru, and inspired the Dalit Buddhist movement after renouncing Hinduism. Mr. Ambedkar says a famous quotation. He says that freedom of mind is the real freedom. Remember, freedom of mind is the real freedom. A person whose mind is not free, though he may not be in chains, is a slave, not a free man. One whose mind is not free, though he may not be in prison, is a prisoner and not a free man. One whose mind is not free, though alive, is no better than dead. Freedom of mind is the proof of one's existence. Okay, thank you.